We're going to look at some props today. We're going to look at a team we looked at last night. We're going to look at Cleveland, New Orleans, both coming off losses. Both are on back-to-backs. I find it pretty interesting. Looks like Garland is not playing tonight for Cleveland, so that should means a uptake in usage for Mitchell. Mitchell had a huge night last night. His points projection is 24.5 tonight. Props.CASH got him at around 24.02. He's went over 24.5 in 2 straight games. Let's look at Mitchell a little closer here. We're going to look at some of his other props too. You can see he's had 37, 35 in his last couple of games. And tonight, again, his projection is 26.5. You can see over here on the books, they're not really leaning hard either way. BetMGM does have him at minus 120 for the over and minus 105 for the under. We're going to look at his assists also. This is another prop that I like with Mitchell. His prop last night was 4.5. He only had 3. I kind of like the over on this one tonight, just because it's a back-to-back, and I do think he'll be distributing the ball a little bit more since Garland is out. But as you can see in his last 12 games, he's only went over 4.5 one time. And again, last year, 23-24, he went over 4.5 assists 72% of the time. And remember, Garland was out a lot last year. I think with Garland out tonight, we may see him go over the 4.5 assist. See what other players we can pull out of this game. You just have a lot of players out tonight. Look at this. This is crazy. You got Garland out, Levert out. Those are the main ones to me. Okora's out. Strus is out. Over here, we know we have a lot of injuries with New Orleans. Basically, everybody's out. Kind of scared to mess with New Orleans. But if I do mess with them, I'm going to look at Mr. Boston up here. Brandon Boston Jr. Let's look at his points. Projection 14.5. Props.CASH got him at 12. 12. Let's see what he did last night against the Mavericks. New Orleans really didn't show up last night against the Mavericks. They kind of just didn't do anything. So I expect bigger nights out of those guys. Them to play a little bit more motivated. He had 10 points last night. Again, the projection tonight is 14.5. And we can see over here, see it on PrizePicks. I don't see in the major books really in his odds projection. Let's look at his assist. Again, 5.5. Everything I see here is trending toward his unders on everything. But again, they have a lot of players out, so really don't know how it's going to go. So I'm going to stick to the familiar. I'm going to stick with some Cleveland players. Let's look at Evan Mobley. And we want to look at Evan Mobley's points, rebounds, and assists. Playing at an elite level right now. Some of the best basketball he's played in his career. He looks dominant out there. Prop 29.5. Props.CASH got him at 29.71. Last two, he's a 2-game streak of going over 29.5. Let's look at Mobley a little bit closer. You can see his last 2 games, 34 and 39 points, rebounds, and assists. Prop 30.5. You can see it, the books got him at different places all over the place. BetMGM got him at 33.5. FanDuel got him at 30.5. Decent favorite to go under on FanDuel, minus 125, 30.5. I would probably stay away from that 33.5 with BetMGM. If anything, we may look at the under on that one. Again, this is a back-to-back. DraftKings got it at 28.5. course, the over looks very appealing over here on DraftKings at 28.5, and at Caesars, and at Underdog. And his usage is going to be up too. His usage is going to be up. Last 10 games, 40%. Last 5 games, 60% hit rate, going over 30.5. Again, last night he had 39 points, rebounds, and assists. Let's look at Zero's days rest down here and see what it gives us. This year, we only see really one example. One example at the beginning of the season. 30 and 26 on the zeros, or 26 on a 0 day rest, really. So something to look at. I think New Orleans played better tonight. The game is in Cleveland, so that means Cleveland had to travel from Boston. New Orleans had to travel from Dallas. I don't think the travel really affects either team. To me, it comes down to availability. Mobley and Mitchell should have huge nights for Cleveland. And again, just to be totally honest with you, with New Orleans, they're a little bit hard to figure out with so many players being out. So I'm going to focus on the Cleveland players. Look at Mobley. Look at Mitchell. Like Mitchell's assist, Mobley may not be as efficient tonight as he was last night. Tough game last night for Cleveland. They played hard. It was a high competitive game, playoff type atmosphere. So those are the props I'm looking at tonight. See you in the next video.